Hi, I'm Jenna Watson, and I'll be discussing the marketing plan for Remote, a driving service. Remote is very similar to Uber in that it offers transportation. However, it specializes in outdoor transportation. This involves four-wheel driving, uneven terrain, unpaved navigation through local trails around Appalachia. Drivers are highly trained in outdoor navigation and off-roading and know the local trail systems like the back of their hand. And the service also provides a cheaper alternative to other more expensive transportation services or using a rental car. It eliminates logistics, it allows for convenience, and it makes the outdoors a lot more accessible to various groups that may not be able to normally get to hard to reach trails. So the company's plan is to initially launch in the Western North Carolina area, but hopefully over time, Remote will expand along the Appalachian Mountains and around just various national forests throughout the Appalachian Mountains. So this might mean Pisgah National Forest, Great Smoky Mountains, Nantahala National Forest, and whatnot. And how this will work is the company will have various launch stations. So unlike Uber, there is going to be brick and mortar stores where the vehicles that the company uses are stored, and where, if customers opt, they can drive and book a driver. But users can also book drivers through an app or through a website. Again, it's very, very similar to Uber in the basic layout, but it specializes in the outdoors. Let's see. So when looking at cost, it's still a lot more affordable than most rental services. However, it's obviously going to be more expensive than Uber slightly because drivers do have like extensive knowledge in driving, and it's using nicer vehicles, and the technique to drive to these locations that customers book can be complicated. So while it might be cheaper than renting a car, it might be slightly more expensive than Uber. And then in addition, there's a few other variables to consider. So gas prices, and then there's surge prices too. So if demand is very, very high, Remote will be putting up their prices. But overall, it's somewhat reasonable. And as far as promotion goes, Remote will utilize multiple social media platforms. This will probably include Instagram, YouTube, and then Twitter or X. And because the community utilizing Remote is largely going to be tech savvy, this should gain a lot of traction. And in addition, with the company's use of a website, of course, Remote will be utilizing SEO, digital advertising, so this might include search ads and paid search, display ads, and lastly, the company will be forming beneficial relationships with various outdoor companies, organizations, and social media influencers. Target markets. Clearly, the largest segment we're looking at is an outdoor audience. However, within this audience, there's several other things we can look at. So because it's not the cheapest option for navigation and whatnot, you will probably be looking at middle to upper class customers, and you will probably be looking at a younger audience because it is more oriented towards tech savvy people. And I would say that because the market is so broad and because the audience includes almost anyone interested in the outdoors, this allows a lot of different marketing opportunities for the company. I mean, we can be promoting the company for newbies who are nervous about driving on foreign terrain, or it can be for people that are super experienced, a rock climber trying to get to a certain trail. Lastly, actually, I think that is about it. I would just like to say that Remote does hold a lot of opportunity, and in this area, it's very much needed, and I think it is the next step moving past Uber, especially for an outdoor audience.